Hey guys, welcome back to the Woolen Homestead. Today is May 18th, 2020, and yeah, I've got lots to show you guys today. For those of you who are new, my name is Tiffany, and you can find me at the Woolen Homestead on Instagram. And yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I talked to you guys last. A lot has happened. I will probably talk more about it at the end in life stuff, but one of the biggest things was that I got furloughed. So it was crazy last time we talked. I was working and now I'm not. So I've had a lot more crafting time, which has been a nice bonus. But yeah, I guess that's kind of the biggie. But yeah, I'll talk about more of that stuff at the end. But I guess first, I will start off with finished objects. So first thing that I finished is my Texture Time shawl by Stephen West, and this one was on the needles since October of 2018, so big time. This was the mystery knit along that year, and I blocked it, and I really like it. I loved knitting on this. It became very, very comforting this year as I started to work on it. So it's huge, and this side mirrors it. And then what I really like is the bottom edging, if you can see that. Maybe I can get a close-up. Yeah, I love that. It was so fun to knit too. And I really like how the border ended up having this gray at the bottom. I ran out of yarn, so that's what I used for the edging. And it's really neat because you actually tack down the edge, so it didn't matter what you used at the end. And I ran out of yarn again for the bind off, so yeah. But I liked how that little gray just peeks out on the bottom. Super cute. And then it's really fun too is how he has you weave in your ends, is where you just kind of twist them all together. It actually really, if you're a spinner, it's basically like a ply back sample. And yeah, it's really fun. And they kind of all stick like that, and that's on the wrong side, but super cozy. I can't wait to wear this. I think this is gonna be great for winter time. I did wear it a little bit, cause since it's spring, you know, we still have a little bit of some chillier evenings and stuff, but yeah, oh, it's fun, 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 fun. Oh, and if you guys hear some rustling, I've got Benny up here with me. I'll do a Benny shot real quick. There he is. Oh, my sweet boy. So he loves coming upstairs here with me. This is my craft room, and Ella's downstairs doing her own thing. She decided that she wanted to stay down there, but he loves coming upstairs here with me. And it's kind of funny. It really reminds me of the old days when I first started this YouTube channel, when I was knitting from the mitten, and Benny was always in the background on the bed. So he just always loves being up here. So sweet. So okay, what else did I finish? Oh, I have something that I finished earlier, well, last year I think, but I didn't show it last time, so I wanted to show it this time. But I knit another one of my little mittens for my mitten advent calendar garland. This is a free pattern too. It's by Kathy Lewinsky. I believe her blog is called Just Crafty Enough. But if you Google mitten advent calendar garland knitting, something like that, you'll find it for free. So it's so fun though. I love these. So, and they're knit, this is the first one that I knit too. And so I've got plenty more to knit. I've got 24 of them. I don't think there's a 25th one. I think it's just 24, but I'm so excited. This is all done in Knit Picks palette. So it's a fingering weight yarn, non-superwash. I can't wait to knit the next one. This is just one of those things I just keep kind of putting off, but like in theory, I would love to have these for this year. Love to have them for Christmas this year, but I just gotta stick to it. So fingers crossed. I really want to start my next one of those. I've got everything printed. I've got the yarn out and everything. So, so yeah, that was something I finished. Oh, I have a half-finished object. See if I can find it under Benny. And Actually, I totally didn't show this last time. It was still a work in progress last time, but I completely forgot to show this last time when I showed everything that I had. So it's a Christmas sock, and it's in this super sweet bag that Lindsay from Simply Serving had made me. Oh, I just love it so much. And let's see. Oh, I have it inside out because I was doing the ends. Looks like I didn't finish them. That's funny. But this is Mint Rain Hand Dyed Yarns, who's Caitlin. Lives here in town. I haven't seen her in forever. We usually go out for coffee and miss it. But I didn't put this on a blocker either. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on the colorway name. I think it's Holly Jolly. I'm almost certain that's what it is, but this is my favorite one. I love this colorway. I think it's so Christmassy and cute. So I really want to cast on the next one. Originally I was only knitting on these socks during the Christmas time, but I'd like to wear them for Christmas. So I want to cast on the second one and get going on that. I'm just knitting it on size US 1s, 64 stitches, and then I've been doing an afterthought heel. So love that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I finished my secret knit, but I can't show it. I'll show it later. And I guess now I'll go on to works in progress. So there's one that I forgot to put in my notes, so I'll talk about that one first. This is, oh my gosh, I cast this one on, I think I looked back in 2017, and then I abandoned it. And I found it without any needles in it, and I was like, I'm gonna bring this guy back to life. So this is my monkey socks. Just a pattern by Cookie A. It's free on Knitty. And let's see here. I got DPNs flying everywhere. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I'm so glad I brought this back. So this is my old sweater weather colorway, which was actually very difficult to dye because it came about as an accident. So trying to replicate an accident was fun. But I just love this colorway. I loved it so much. This is it in the cake. It's just super fun. It almost, to me, gives me like a Christmassy vibe, which I also like. But yeah, I'm really excited that I decided to bring this one back. So when I found it, I was just past the heel. I'd already done the heel, which was nice. I didn't have to worry about doing the heel. And so now I'm just working the pattern on the top of the foot and then stocking it on the bottom. And yes, oh, I love these. I'm so excited. And this bag, I want to show off this bag. This was given to me by my fiber share partner a couple of years ago. It's this beautiful fabric that she made. And it's just so cute. And she had made me a keychain that had our logo on it. And it was so sweet. So, loved that. Let's see, what's my next one? Oh, I didn't bring it up, darn it. Okay, I'll have to grab that later. I've got, I cast on a pair of socks for Ethan, so I will grab that later. But I did, Benny, can I have this bag, please? Look at this. Oh, let's see if I can get this. I need that brown bag. He's passed out. Oh, you're so cute. Can I have this? Can I have this, please? Oh, can I? Sneak, sneak, sneak. Oh, there we go. So, one of my new cast-ons that I just did about a week ago. First of all, living in this vintage bag that my aunt gave me. Oh, I love it so much. And it is the Flax Sweater by Tin Can Knits. And this is for Ethan. If you remember last time, I had started an Aran sweater for him. Oh, I did take it out of here. Super cabled, knit in pieces. We figured out it was gonna be like way too big. And so we were just like, you know what? Let's just stop here. I can knit you up a flax sweater way quicker. It's, you know, a lot more mindless. So it was kind of nice. I loved the look of that one, but I just was never really in like the right mindset to work on it, I feel like. So maybe we will revisit that one. But this is how far I am. I just split for the sleeves is where I'm at. And I am doing the little garter ridge on the shoulder. And this is a free pattern. This is on their blog. And you can knit it in like a million sizes. It's so cool. And it's worsted weight. This is Line Brand Fisherman's wool that I'm knitting it in. So super woolly. And yeah, full of dog hair per usual. Oh, and I've got my little progress keeper. It is a little Harry Potter sweater. That's from Simply Serving. And it's just so cute. Oh, I love it so much. So that had to go on Ethan's sweater, of course. So yeah, loving this. Going by super fast. My plan is to do some reading while I knit on that one, because now I'm just on the body for like 17.5 inches. So I've got a book stand, and I love knitting and reading if I've got, you know, stockinette. So I think I'm gonna go that route. I've been working through the Little House books, so I want to finish them. I've actually never read them all, and I've had them since I was in 6th grade, I think, and it really makes me mad. So I'm like, I want to read these. I'm the worst with reading, so I'm like, I just get so distracted so easily. That's why audiobooks tend to work best for me. But once I get into a book, I'm good. So now I feel like I've got a good rhythm on them. I just finished Plum Creek. I'm actually going back and reading Farmer Boy, because I've never read that one either. I think I read Little House in the Big Woods and Little House on the Prairie like 3 times, because I'd always start the series and then stop. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I actually visited Walnut Grove when I was, I think, 12 maybe, and after that was when I went and got the books. And that's out in Minnesota, and my brother was going to college there, and I ended up going to college there in New Ulm for 3 semesters, and when we were taking him out there, that's when we stopped and visited. So that's what like got me going on the Little House books, and then yeah, I got them, and then just never, I would start them and then never keep going with them. So that's kind of my goal for lockdown, is to get through the Little House books before I go back to work. So fingers crossed. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so this is my new cast on. I just cast this on, see, today's Monday. I cast this on Saturday. I've been obsessed with this, and I'm so excited. So, let's see if I can pronounce it, because it's in Norwegian. So, it is the Fjordfolk Genser med Rundfelling. So I believe that means it's got the turtleneck is what it is. So let me show you a picture. So that is the sweater that I'm knitting, and I'm so excited. So this is by Lincoln Newman, and she is Norwegian, and if that sounds familiar, I knit one of her other patterns. And this was the Vilmax Genseren out of Alafas Lopi, which is a bulky weight. I love this thing. I love this sweater so much. I really want to knit another one. I'm tempted on getting more yarn for another one for my birthday, which is at the end of the month. I don't know. I'm debating. I just love it so much. So, but I've always wanted to knit this sweater. She's got this one with the turtleneck, and then she's got another version that's more, I'd say, like the traditional Norwegian sweater look to it. This one, which is super cute, and I went back and forth on which one, but I really liked the turtleneck. Which if I knit another one of the Vilmax Genserens, I might knit the one with the turtleneck as well. But yeah, I'm so excited. So originally, this is a DK weight sweater. I was originally going to buy the yarn. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but the yarn was supposed to be done in Peer Gynt from Sandnes Garn. That's what I was gonna buy. It was gonna end up being about, I think, $120 with shipping, which for a hand knit sweater, not the end of the world, but, and I couldn't find a good alternative. I was gonna look at like knit picks and stuff like that. And then I thought, well, I could dye it. You know, I know how to dye yarn, obviously. And then I couldn't find a good non-superwash DK because I really wanted like something, you know, woolly. And then I was gonna go that route. I like kind of went round and round. I was like, okay, maybe I will do the hand dyed yarn version. That would be kind of cool. And I'll just do it, you know, in a superwash, whatever. And then I was like, I'm gonna check my stash. I wanna see if I can find something in my stash. So I came upstairs here. I was on the phone with my mom. We were video chatting. And I was just going through my stash and I knew that I had already dyed up a sweater, not really a sweater's quantity, but I had 4 skeins, 4 or 5. I think I had 4. 4 skeins of our old pumpkin spice colorway on DK. And I think I needed 5 for the sweater. But I had that colorway on fingering weight as well. I was like, well, I could hold it double. So this is gonna be like the most patchworky sweater that I've made, but I'm so excited. And then I found a really thick sport weight yarn that I had that really matched the color on the ribbing. It's like a light brown. I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna try this out. And then I had a bunch of black fingering weight yarn that I was gonna hold double. But then I was like, man, that's gonna really look kind of Halloween-y, and I did not want that. So I talked to, me and mom kind of talked it out, and I had some fisherman's wool, which is a worsted, in the perfect brown for it, a dark brown, and I decided to go with that. So this sweater is a bunch of different weights of yarn. This could be a total disaster, but I think we're gonna make this work, and I'm really excited because the colors are so perfect, and I'm just really, really excited. So I will show you guys where I am at. Let's see here. So it's worked bottom up. I'm just getting into the body. The ribbing took forever. Oh, I hate ribbing so much. I hate it so much. Which is funny because I love brioche, which is kind of like ribbing, but not at all. And you'd think I wouldn't like brioche, but I love it. So, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. And I feel really good that I'm knitting this from stash. Even though, like, you know, it's my birthday month, I could totally justify buying some yarn for a sweater cast on, but I really like this. I like this a lot. So, it's worked out really well. We're gonna see. I really hope the different weights of yarn works and it's not too bad, but I don't really care. We'll make it work. I'll show you guys the colors in the cakes. So this is pumpkin spice, and this is on a merino DK base that we had tried out for a little bit. No, it's so soft. I like this a lot, actually. So it's so funny how I was like, nope, I want to go with something like really woolly, which I do love. I love woolly. Like, this is about as woolly as it gets, and I love this sweater. Love this sweater. It's all Icelandic wool, and it's so great. But I really like how this feels too. And then this is the fisherman's wool, so it's literally the same thing that I'm knitting Ethan's sweater out of, but it's extras that I had from before. And this is the like heavy sport weight. This is actually Lion brand as well. This is actually like an acrylic wool blend, which I didn't realize till I was knitting with it, but I would have never known. It's really nice. I like it a lot. But yeah, I am stoked. So I want to keep working on that one a lot. And what's nice is I'm at a really super easy part as far as color work goes, because it's just got the little flea ticking is what I'm working on. So yeah, I'm working on, that's the arms, but you know, it's the same thing on the body where it's just the little flecks. So also, isn't this the cutest thing ever? This is from Linka. She, this was in the packaging. And the back it says, to Tiffany from Linka. So cute. She's the best. She is Valley Knits on Instagram. And you can get this book. This was an acquisition from last year that I didn't show last time either. I don't know if she's currently got some of these, but it's in her Etsy shop. I think it's called Knits from the Valley. But if you go to her Instagram, you can find it. It's all in Norwegian. So currently, she doesn't have it out in English. I think she's got some in some other, I think she's got some in some other languages. I know she's working on another book, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, as far as translating this wasn't too bad. I just used Google Translate. I knew like the construction of the sweater was something I was familiar with, so I think that helps a lot. But yeah, I had spent one afternoon soon after I got this. I knew I wanted to knit that sweater, and I just sat with Google Translate and wrote it into a notebook and translated it. And I'm also referencing, in case I run into trouble, this sweater. I have this in English, the sweater pattern for this. So if I'm kind of confused on how something translated, I can just kind of reference that. But honestly, everything's been pretty good. So excited. Oh, love it. Love, love, love it. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell the little anecdote about this book was I bought this the day of my surgery. I was really, really wanting to get this book, and then obviously we got up super early that day, and I was kind of just scrolling on Instagram trying to not freak out, and I had seen a post that she said she had some of these in her shop, so I bought it. Let's see. I wonder if I can take a sip of my tea yet. It's probably still, ooh, might be okay. Oh, it's perfect. So this is my Keep Calm and Keep Knitting mug. This was a Christmas gift a couple of years ago from my brother-in-law Tim, and so perfect. I love it. And I am drinking Bigelow Vanilla Chai. This is one of my favorites. I really like it with some creamer in there too. It's so good. Okay. Let's see. Ethan's socks. I'm gonna go grab those real quick and I can show you what I've done with his socks. So something else that I forgot to mention about this sweater project is that I decided in Norwegian fashion that I was going to knit this in the Norwegian style of color work. So I think it was maybe a week or two ago, Arnie and Carlos posted how they do their Norwegian knit and purl, which I had attempted. I think it was maybe a couple of years ago. I tried to change to knitting that way. I just couldn't get through it. But I was like, I am gonna do this because the way I was knitting color work was holding both strands in my left and then picking from each color, which was super fast. I liked that way, but it never turned out very nicely. You can actually probably see it in some of these. What tends to happen is I would get like really long stitches along the side, and just nothing was ever really even. So, and maybe that was a problem with something else, but I thought I would try their method. And so far I'm really, really loving it. I completely changed my way of knitting as far as tensioning the yarn. I used to hold it, if I can even do it now, I used to hold it like this, and now I'm holding it like this, where it's just the one finger like that. And I really like it, and you keep your finger real close to the knitting needle, so you don't have very far to travel. It's supposed to be a little more ergonomic. I'm a fan. So this whole entire project so far, I have done it just this way, and so that's another reason it took forever to get through the ribbing, was because I was learning a whole new method, had to retrain muscle memory. all of that, but I'm excited to kind of try that into other projects. I just gotta make sure it doesn't change my gauge too much on some of the projects I'm already working on. But I'm really excited. I don't want to like flip-flop because then I feel like it's not going to stick as much. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. And then as far as what they do for color work is you just pick up the color you need with your right hand and just wrap it around almost like English style, but you're not tensioning the yarn. You just grab it, wrap it, knit it. And that's kind of how you go about that. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because that's kind of exciting. So let's see. Okay, so I went and found Ethan's socks. This is my purse knitting currently, so it was in my purse. The bag I've got is a, oh, it's upside down. I'll turn to the other side. This is a Chasing Acorns bag, and I love it. I got this at the Michigan Fiber Festival when she was there. And let's see here. Oh, and I brought the tag up, I think, this time. Yes. So yeah, it's Manos del Uruguay in the Alegria line. The colorway is Otono, O-T-O-N-O. It's a 75 superwash merino, 25% polyamide. And this is what it looks like. And I just think this is very, very Ethan colors. And yeah, it was so sweet. I had mentioned this in the last episode. He had picked this up for me when he had gone camping. He had stopped at a yarn store. I want to say it was in Tawas. I think there's one up there. He had stopped there and brought that home for me. So cute. And then I've got my, this is another Simply Serving DPN Cozy. Lindsay made me. And woo, I just pulled out a needle. Let's fix this real quick. And this is how it's knitting up. Super fun. This is a 72 stitch sock. I'm just knitting a big old tube. I've knit the cuff already. And then I'm going to do Afterthought heels and toes. I'm excited about this. So yeah, I can't wait. I really like this so far because I just don't even have to worry about stopping to do a heel. Don't have to stop to do a toe. I can just kind of, it's really great purse knitting because it's just constant knitting in a circle. So excited about that. Every year for the past couple of years I've knit Ethan a pair of socks on his birthday. So his birthday isn't until October, but I like to get kind of a head start on these because it's, like I said, perfect for purse knitting. Let's see here. Oh, I'm using size US 1. I don't know if I said that. Okay, next thing I want to show is also under Benny. I know, I'm taking your last pillow. I'm sorry. Can I have this? Oh, poor boy. There we go. All right. And this, oh, I don't think I've ever shown this bag. I got this last summer from my mom. And it's a little drawstring bag. This is a very, very special bag to me. This is, these are old Hawaiian shirts that my dad used to wear. And so my mom made this bag for me. So it's just really, really special. I love it. And let's see here. So I've got my Battenberg blanket. I think I made one square since the last time, which is sad because I love this, but I was too busy working on other things. But I'll show again where I'm at. And I started to weave in the ends on this. I'm not done with that at all. But yeah. Oh, this is so fun. I love these little skies. So fun. So this is my little bag of squares. I wove in the ends on my squares. That's kind of nice too. Mom and I did a video chat through Facebook Messenger, and I sat and wove in ends. And so these are my little squares. This is always fun to me, seeing all the little squares. The one that I just knit since last time is this guy. And this is Mint Rain Yarns. And I believe this is the Earl Grey colorway. This is from her little tea mini skein set that she had given me. Love it. So, yeah. Super fun. I'm super addictive. And it's a free pattern. So this is by Sandra Cherry Heart. Let's see. Her blog is... I think it's Cherry Heart. If you Google Sandra Cherry Heart, you'll find it, or Battenberg Blanket, you'll find it. And yeah, like I said, free pattern, super fun. I'm using sock weight yarn, and the hook, maybe I have it in here. I do. It's the same one that I use for my blanket. It's a size C 2.75. I literally use this one because I used it on my blanket and I really like this hook and I didn't feel like buying another one. So that's what made me decide to use this size hook. I figured it worked well for my blanket, my granny stripe blanket. It'll work well for this. So that is why I use that one. I really want to work on this now. Okay. Isn't that the way this goes? You start talking about all your projects and you just want to work on everything all at once. So let's see here. Yeah, I love this bag. It's so special. I just love the size. It's great for these little mini skein projects right now. It's just so fun. So let's see here. My spinning. Okay, I did some spinning since last time. Start and finished a spinning project. And I actually did talk about this last time, was my loop bump. So it's loopfiberstudio.com. I got this at the Michigan Fiber Festival a couple years ago. She calls it a bullseye bump, and it's the colorway Babyface. It was 4.8 ounces. Let's see, it's merino, angelina, and nylon. I ended up getting post-bath. I just took the yardage before the bath, did the minus 10% thing I had heard about. That's supposed to get you roughly about what your yardage is after the bath. So it would be around 446 yards. So I definitely got, I was gonna go for socks. I definitely got the right weight. The only thing I'm bummed about, and you can't really see it here, I just wanted to wind it up into a cake. I like the look better. And please excuse this horrible winding job that I did. It's just kind of a mess, but on the colors on the inside way in there, they're really overspun. I'm really bummed about that. I think it had to do with when I was plying. I did a chain ply, so it makes a 3-ply. I really like the way the green was I don't know if you want to call it my tension. It's basically how much twist I put into it, and I had started with this like a coral color. That was where I had started the plying in the beginning, so I think I was doing too much. I kind of backed it off a little bit throughout. So parts of it are a little ropey, but you know what, now that I look at this again, most of it's actually not too bad. I was just really bummed at first. When it was in the skein, it was really, even after the bath, it was still a little kinked up a little. So I'm debating. I originally really wanted to do socks, but I wasn't thinking that with it being a gradient, you know, it's pretty big gradient chunks. It's just gonna make color blocks. So it's not like it's gonna be stripy, which is still kind of cool to have the color blocks, but I almost think this would be better suited in a shawl. I think this would be really, really pretty in a shawl. The thing is, I don't want to make a one skein shawl. I don't like shawlettes. I'd rather have a bigger shawl. So I'd want to like maybe stripe it with something, which I have a lot of, you know, kind of these pastel colors in my stash, so that would be pretty easy to find. But if anybody has any pattern recommendations, I would love to hear them. I didn't really want to knit a shawl with this. I really wanted to knit socks, and I still might. I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth. So I'm still not sure. But I do really like this. I'm just bummed that I overspun it. So, but hey, that's how we learn. I'm gonna keep that in mind for next time, to kind of keep an eye on that. So yeah, that is my loop bump. let's see. Oh, I also found out I am not a fan of spinning so tiny for a 3-ply. Oh, it took forever. I don't think, oh, I think when it comes to spinning, yes, I do like the process. I love the process, but I think for some reason in this moment I was more for the product. I really wanted it to be done. And so I think that was probably why I also got it a little overspun. I was kind of rushing through. But yeah, I did not like how long that took at all. And plying took forever because of it. But I love the outcome too. So I don't know. I'm very torn. Now, speaking of, after I just said I don't like spinning small, I got these scrappy sock bundles that I wanted to get super bad from Wound Up Fiber Arts. So I'm really excited about that. Now the idea of spinning this small gets me really excited because I want to make socks out of this. So maybe I'm just in a weird place. I don't know, but I'm so excited about these. But so I'm totally contradicting myself, but oh my gosh, how fun are these? So there's just a bunch of like extra ends that she had, and she just makes little nuggets out of them. And her name is Trisha. She's Wound Up Fiber Arts on Instagram. She's also a Michigander, so that's pretty cool too. And she always makes the prettiest socks out of her scrappy sock bundles, and they just look super fun. And she does it as a 2-ply, so I might go that route instead of the 3-ply. I think I'm gonna go that route, and yeah, maybe just knit it at like a dense gauge. So I think that'll be a little bit better because it'll be just a touch thicker than the 3-ply. So yeah, or I'll make sport socks, whatever, just a little bit heavier. So, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I got these. So she has updates every Saturday, and she's been having these pretty frequently. So if you're interested, go ahead and check her out because they're just too fun. She's also got some really gorgeous colorways. I had another colorway of hers called Must Have, and I loved it. I actually, it's in my brioche blanket. It's also in my, oh, what is it called? The night shift shawl. I put it in that too, and oh, I kind of wish I would have knit socks with that too. That was a 2-ply. But you know what? And I didn't mind spending that one at all. So yeah, it's probably just a place thing for me. But yeah, I love her colorways. She's got just really gorgeous stuff. So yeah, go ahead and give her a check. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to show you guys as far as projects. Now I'm just gonna go on to life stuff, I guess. So yeah, I got furloughed. So basically, I'm not laid off. Well, I am laid off. I'm not working, but basically they'll recall me back. So it's not like I have to go looking for a new job, which is a blessing. So, but it just happened really quickly. It was kind of crazy. So yeah, it was just bananas. But yeah, no idea when I'm going back. I'm guessing the end of May, because currently our stay-at-home order is until the 28th. Unless that gets moved out again, then I don't know. I guess it just depends on what her plan is for reopening. But the funniest thing is that if our stay-at-home order stays as it is, which is the May 28th, my birthday is the 29th, so my first day back to work might be on my birthday, which is kind of funny. But let's see. But yeah, I am loving the crafting time, I gotta say. That's been really nice. Other thing I've been doing, oh, Ethan and I started sanding the cupboards in our kitchen. He showed me how to use a belt sander. That was exciting. Kind of nerve-wracking because I was really afraid that I was gonna like put divots in it or kind of make it shallow and spots and stuff like that. But yeah, so we sanded the cupboards and then painted, because so when we moved in they were black, and we painted over them with white, which took a couple coats. But then once we painted over, there was like this really weird undertone that came out. It was like almost purple, but it only came in like really random spots. No idea what that was about. So Ethan had done a trial and he had sanded down sanded down one of the cupboards, and then I repainted it, and then it worked out great. So we decided we're gonna go through all of them. We got new hardware for it. It's really pretty. And yeah, so he showed me how to use the sander. And then I painted a set, or we got 2 sets done last week. Then literally the next day after I had done that, which if you've ever sanded something or seen somebody sand something, you know it makes a mess. And we did have masks on and everything, but they weren't, you know, they weren't like the best. We had just little particle masks that we had. And, you know, I never felt like I got any in my throat or anything like that. But I had it all over, you know, hair and clothes and everything. The next day I woke up and my throat hurt really bad. It was my tonsil. And I'm like allergic to life, so I just assumed that maybe the sanding was just a little hard on my allergies. And so I just kind of chalked it up to that. I took some Allegra. I take Flonase every day, but I decided to take some Allegra too, just in case, to kind of, because I was starting to feel like the fishbowl feeling where your head just kind of feels heavy and, you know, everything's just kind of sore but not achy, just kind of ugh. And so this would have been on Mother's Day. And then that evening I was video chatting with my mom, and I just kept saying like, gosh, I just feel so run down. And we had or I kind of checked on my throat. I wanted to see how it was looking, because I had checked on it earlier that day in the morning when it was hurting, and it was a little swollen, but you know, nothing too big. And I thought, well, maybe I got like something caught in there, I don't know. And I looked, and it was gross. It was really gross. And I was like, something's wrong. And so I was kind of just, Ethan was working till 11 o'clock that night, so I was like trying not to freak out. And so I was just like talking to my mom like, oh man, you know. And normally I would have just still chalked up to allergies, but with everything going on, you just can't help but get a little scared. And so I was talking with mom, and we figured, you know, maybe it still just has to do with the allergies. And then that night I started to get a fever, and then Ethan was like, yeah, we gotta call the doctor the next day. So ended up calling over to urgent care, and was gonna do one of those like telemedicine visits, and then it like didn't work or anything. So they just ended up prescribing me amoxicillin over the phone, just because by the next day I had more fever and both tonsils were swollen and gross. And so we're like, it's probably strep throat. Like, it really feels like strep throat. I had it before. I was pretty positive that's what it was. The doctor was pretty positive that's what it was. So they just prescribed me amoxicillin. I tell you, the next day after, so I had taken one that night and then the one the next morning, it was like 180. Like, it like kicked into high gear, and it was wonderful. So it really took care of my fever immediately. Swelling started going down. Things were getting better. And yeah, I got over it real quick. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, nothing came of it. I've gotten completely better. I don't have a cough, nothing like that. So very, very happy about that. But how random though that I get strep throat in May. It's just so weird. But my guess is maybe going out to the grocery store. Those masks are so hot. Ugh. And you just can't, you try not to fidget with it, but yeah. So that's my guess is what happened. Let's see. Oh, I've been doing lots of video calls with my mom. That's been a lot of fun. We just kind of hang out and craft. I bring her up into the craft room, and I either, you know, sort stuff out or whatever, work on a project. She's working on a quilt that she's making. That's been a lot of fun. Yeah, other than that, just getting ready for my birthday. Like I said, I might be working on my birthday. I have no idea. You know, it's gonna be kind of a bummer if I gotta work on my birthday, but I feel like at this point, I don't have anything to complain about. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, other than that, nothing big really is going on. So yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of blathering now. So I guess I'll leave you guys here. I hope you guys have a great week. I don't know when I'll podcast next. I kind of was just going off of when I had stuff to show, but I ended up having way more to show than I was expecting. So maybe I'll try to do this again next week. But yeah, I hope you guys take care and I'll see you next time. Bye.